Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
I'm appalled at what you said on that pod thing. It's disgusting.
This is the After the Show podcast. It's where we get honest and real with yo ass. So sit back, relax, have a blast, because it's time for the After the Show podcast.
Yeah, hello. Welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast. Here we are Thursday, one day away from the weekend.
Damn, it is the weekend.
Yeah, getting there. Almost.
Shit.
Almost. Yeah, let's kind of get in the mood. We were talking about great little places to go day drinking in South Florida.
You got yourself all ginned up over there?
Oh, yeah.
Just thinking about it?
Oh, I did. Karen sent an email, though, and she said that Boston's on the Beach is no longer. Said a friend and I were so excited to go to Boston's for fried clams. We got there, and the wait person brought us the menu. OMG, there was about 10 types of sandwiches. We were perplexed, and when she came back to the table, we asked her if they had a different menu, the one with seafood. She informed us that her restaurant took over Boston's. We got up and left immediately as their menu was worse than McDonald's. I can't see this new place lasting, but that's just me.
Huh.
I actually like McDonald's menu.
Yeah, Bird's going to go there now, actually. You sold him. I wasn't going to go until you said that.
I'm looking for a, restaurant that serves fast food.
Yeah. Huh. That's interesting.
A lot of places have changed or shifted.
Yeah, the pandemic forced a lot of people to maybe sell or close or change the way they're doing things.
Can you confirm or deny, is the grilled cheese, the I Heart macaroni and cheese in Jupiter off Indiantown, did that close down or is that still cooking?
That's still cooking as far as I know.
Just making sure. I'm hearing. All right, just making sure.
I was just in that plaza the other day. I hope it's still cooking.
Well, did you?
I didn't look. I went because there's an ice cream shop and a fresh bread maker over there.
Yeah, that's a good plaza.
Bread by Johnny.
Yeah.
And so I love going over there and seeing what Johnny's making. That fresh bread is very intriguing to me.
I love a good loaf from Johnny.
This MFer, he does so many different varietals of bread, and he's got the massive bread ovens right there. He makes them. They're so fresh. And he's like a kid. He's like in his early 20s, and this was always his dream to make fresh bread, and I'm a big fan of you, Johnny.
I love hearing you get so passionate about bread.
I usually don't, but I get excited. I buy the bread and then I gift it.
Yeah, you are two people who don't give a fuck about bread.
Yeah, I don't eat it, but I get excited about it and I gift it to other people.
It's affected our friendship.
I need to gift it to you.
I love bread.
What's your favorite bread? He makes a focaccia.
Oh gosh, there's so many breads. I love a good potato bread when it's real, just fucking potatoy. Oh,
moist.
Oh, mama, yeah. Kevin, I'm sorry.
What do they call it? Does it have potato in it?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's
All right, that's fair enough.
I think it might be made with potato flour.
Oh my gosh, Fat Kevin! I could eat potato bread when it's really on point. You could ball it up like a meatball of bread, and then just put it in a sauce. I could eat potato bread just like that.
I know you could. And there's a bread that's very close to the King's Hawaiian roll that he does.
I respect bread. I don't think you guys do, and that's we're not gonna get into it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm really kind of surprised about that. Boston's on the Beach, and I'm looking. I mean, there's nothing at all that indicates that they are shut down, like online. Their website's still up because, they're owned by the people that do Ocean Properties. And
right.
They've got, they have the Sandbar, and then they've got 50
door,
Ocean right next
yeah.
door. And, they're from Boston, the owners, and that's why it was Boston's on the Beach. Why they would close that down or sell it to somebody else, I'm just wondering if maybe she's talking about the restaurant next door. I can't believe Boston's on the Beach is gone. That surprised me. They do
I'm looking at pictures of it. It looks like they redid the front.
Yeah, they had remodeled it some years ago, but yeah, I don't know why they would sell it off to somebody else.
Let's see.
I don't know if she's talking about Cafe Luna Rosa, which is next door, but yeah, very odd. Okay, interesting to know. Who knows? I mean, I was in Delray last week for that opening, and they had closed the coffee shop where my wife used to always go.
Really?
I think what was the name? It was it's not Restore. What the hell's the name of that place? But yeah, it was just gone. So you never know. It's kind of weird, isn't it, when you go to a town? And
I'm looking at the Boston's menu on their website right now, and it definitely has like shrimp, coconut shrimp, clams, fish tacos, lobster rolls, mahi-mahi.
Yeah, but is there anything you're seeing anywhere? Like I go to, they say it's closed now, but it'll be open at 11:30 today. That's what I'm getting.
That's what I'm seeing too. 11:30 today. The menu is here. I mean, I could text my friend.
Well, and she says it looked like a regular kind of like, I wonder if she went into the BurgerFi and thought she was at Boston's. Because there's a BurgerFi right there. And she's saying...
Which is good too, by the way.
Yeah, I kind of have a feeling that she might have gone to the wrong restaurant because I can't believe Boston's is shut down. I think I would have heard about that.
I think she got it wrong because the website is still alive and kicking.
Wait a minute, somebody that texted something in got it wrong?
They emailed, so that's a different form of wrong.
You're right.
You know.
I mean, I can text my girl that is like way up there in the company and ask her.
Yeah, I just don't want to report their closing when it's not true. They'd be like, what'd you guys say we closed down?
You guys are a bunch of dicks.
Yeah. I think that was, I'm going to lean on that's incorrect. Just a thought. Some other emails. A lot of people loved yesterday with Jaybird's booger and Virginia's reaction to it. You got that big old photo
look at
there.
That is good. It's the best acting I've seen you ever do.
Yeah.
I wasn't acting.
Well, I wasn't going to really put a booger on you.
Well, I didn't know.
Well, that's part of the game. Bird likes to battle that fucking cage.
You're a method actor.
Yeah.
You might really put that booger on me.
Yeah, and don't ever have a booger in front of Virginia ever. Whether you're on the air or in front of a hot girl, or just don't have boogers, dog.
Tell me if I have one too.
But I would do it in such a cooler way. I would be like, Kevin, guess what? Booger,
It's just not my style.
It's not. Yeah, fucking cowboy.
I'm a cowboy, baby.
Yeah, sounds great.
Let me see a couple other emails that we got going on here. We were talking a little bit about TV today. Had the KVJ draft for the best shows of the 2010s. And we got an email suggestion for myself and Bird to watch Gangs of London. A great show. The opening scene will have you hooked. Very nice. I have not heard of that. But thank you very much. Gangs of London.
Gangs of London.
Yeah, so a lot of stuff out there. You know, we were talking earlier about Netflix is doing this whole new random search kind of thing where it's going to be kind of like a shuffle feature. And it'll either shuffle back a show you've already seen or maybe a series that you just dropped off, like at episode 5, and it'll pick up right where it was. Say, hey, do you want to watch this again? Kind of help give you suggestions. Like I said, I've got about 5 different shows, and I'd like them ranked. Like, okay, what are the better shows out of the 5?
That shuffle feature, I think I've said this before. I like to put it on, close my eyes, and then guess to see if I know the movie. And if I can't recognize it, I open my eyes.
Oh, the games you play.
How you entertain yourself when you live alone.
Dog, I'd be doing that shit if I was married.
HBO Max, the one thing I did see from Netflix is that they had dropped off on their amount of new subscribers. It still was a healthy number, but they were growing, and they think that now a lot of these other platforms are really starting to nip at their heels and take some numbers away.
Well, there's competition.
A lot of competition, and all of a sudden, anything from Disney Plus to Paramount, HBO Max, now their ad-supported tier is going to be $9.99, $5 cheaper a month. But again, it will have ads, although not on HBO's own shows. It also won't include Warner Media's straight-to-streaming movie releases.
So you got to pay $9.99 and you still get commercials?
Yeah, but it'll be cheaper. I think it's $5 cheaper because otherwise it's $14.99. So if you want to save $5 a month, they'll give you some ads in different ways.
And they're fun commercials, you know.
Yeah, it's just a question of what you want, because now that's the thing where most people have maybe no more than 3 platforms. So many are out there. They think that more people are going to want more platforms, but they don't want to necessarily start paying. Imagine if all of them are $15, and all of a sudden you're already at $45 a month.
Yeah, I just got my cable bill.
Yeah.
It wasn't good. Fuck.
Well, that was it. So many people are cord cutters and so proud of themselves because all the money they're saving. And then they've now signed up for 6 different platforms. And they're like, wait, I'm paying a lot more than what I used to.
Well, that's not the bill I got's not even the other platforms. It's just the straight up my TV, my internet, all that. I don't know. I think I got
a bundle.
You know I love bundles.
I know you do.
I like things in bulk.
He got sold on the bundle.
I think they upgraded me. I think I got like Showtime 11.
They have so many different showtimes.
I wasn't gonna do it, but the fucker had the gift of gab and sold me.
Damn.
They got you, Bird. They got you.
They always do.
Mm-hmm. So this could be happening today. There's a lot of fun things that are going on here. They got that gambling deal that might be happening for Florida. Or who knows, we might start getting craps and roulette. Might have 3 new casinos opening up and the whole landscape might change.
It could change everything.
Another interesting rule that is out there today that is going to Governor DeSantis' desk. It is for restaurants across Florida to continue to be able to sell alcohol to go with food orders even past pandemic. They voted in the Florida legislature to make it permanent, and they expect DeSantis to sign off on it today. So you'll forevermore be able to get your alcohol to go.
Go Cup.
That's right, baby.
I love it.
RLK in the chat room saying it's happening. DeSantis signed it.
Nice.
That's cool. Okay, I love that. I can vote for that one. Got a couple other interesting things that are going on other than the gambling one. They've got this Recovery of Spaceflight Assets bill. It's a piece of legislation making it a crime for Floridians to keep parts of spaceships that fall on their homes.
That's bullshit. I think if it falls in your home, you should be able to keep it.
I mean, imagine you're out in your backyard barbecuing, you get hit with a satellite, and then you can't keep it.
I'm sorry, I'm keeping the fucking rocket booster.
You won't be
Virginia.
able to. They'll come take it from you.
How are they going to know you got it?
Exactly.
You
Good
keep
luck.
it and screw them.
NASA don't even know when a fucking rock is coming by Earth. You think they're gonna know about this missile I'm hiding in my pool?
That's crazy, huh? I feel like, it's a trophy. You should be able to keep that.
And then one day he's floating on it like a raft in his pool and it blows. That'd be sad.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that's a lot of silence. Is this thing on, Sinicky?
And this I don't get. I was a political science major for a quarter. We went by the quarter system at Ohio University, and I got out of it because I realized how much crap politics are. And these are one of the things that I don't understand that I think is crap, is how they tag on something to these bills. I guess they call it pork fat or whatever it is. You should just be voting on one thing. But they do this thing in politics. I don't know how they
lump them
allow.
all
They do.
in.
I don't know how they allow this. So it's like, okay, imagine like you want, say, for instance, a steak, and they're going, yeah, but if you want that, you're gonna have to buy a sock with it. Be like, well, I don't want a sock. I just want the steak. Can I just get the steak?
Nope.
No. To get the steak, you got to take the sock too. And you're like, well, I don't want that at all. Why can I just get the steak and keep them separate and we can vote on these things separately? Can I buy them separately? I don't get how they do this. And so they had that bill to ban transgender females from competing in girls and women's sports in high school. And the Florida Senate didn't pass it. It had passed, I guess, the House, but the Senate's like, nope. So they just slapped it on a larger bill that was dealing with charter schools. And like going, oh, if you want the charter school thing to pass, you got to also throw in the transgender thing too. What if you're like, no, I really like the charter school thing, but I don't like the transgender thing? It's like,
But they're separate issues. Shouldn't
Right.
they be handled separate?
how are they allowed to do that? That's the one thing I don't understand with politics that to me seems to be like utter crap. Why do they allow that to happen?
Well, this allows shadiness.
I agree. It just seems like, why do we
And
entertain this stuff? I don't understand politics, but that seems completely wrong and just complete bullshit to me.
Well, there's a reason why you don't get steak and socks at a restaurant.
Yes, exactly. So why, when I
Yeah.
want to talk about charter schools, and all of a sudden I'm dealing with a thing where separately we said, no, we don't want to deal with that. And you're like going, well, too bad. You're going to have to deal with it. And be like, no, we want to deal with charter schools because there's really good stuff we can do here, but you're going to handcuff us by doing this? That's just bullshit.
It's shady.
I don't like it anyway. And it's you can look at any whatever it might be. I don't like it. I'm like, I don't get how we do that.
You hear
in
that,
politics.
Virginia? Sounds like someone's ramping up.
Mayor Hare.
Mayor Hare's in the building.
I think I would just hate a world in politics. 'Cause I
You
think it would be
would.
all this stuff that I'm like, guys, this doesn't make any sense. What the hell are we doing?
Well, you would be the politician trying to do it the right way, and then you've
Yeah.
got, scandalous Sean over here who wants to bring you, your family down, and your friends.
Well, that's why I got out of it, because I thought you could go in there and really make change, and I realized that you can't do anything because they'll handcuff you by this, or you have to kiss somebody's ass to get money to even get elected. I'm like, I don't even want to deal with politics. It's shady. It's awful.
Right.
I'm
It's
getting out of
shady.
it.
It's awful. That's all you need to say right there.
But I saw that. I just, why do we do that? Why as people do we allow that to happen? That to me is just crap. How you
because
can
I
do
think
that.
if we tried to fight, they would shoot us.
That they can do that?
I don't know. I don't think they can do that.
Oh,
but-
okay.
It just seems like an old institution that would allow that to happen.
I just don't understand.
Most Americans would want you to take each issue up individually.
Let's vote on that. Now let's vote on this.
Yeah.
Well, imagine fighting in a relationship. You're fighting about something that happened last night, but it's also lumped in to a fight your girlfriend had with her father. It's like, I'm not involved in that.
Yeah.
How can I really?
It's like, imagine somebody, who wants to vote for getting ice cream? Me. Oh, by the way, we tagged on punch in the face with that. And you're like, what the fuck? Like, I just want ice cream. Nope, getting punched in the face because you voted for ice cream.
There's a few people in the misconnection section that would love that. Give me some ice cream. Now
ice
punch
cream,
me.
now punch me in the face.
Yes.
Kinky bastards.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't
to me.
make sense. I mean,
No.
logically, a lot of politics doesn't make sense. And that's why I hate it.
Yeah, I hear you. It is frustrating. That's why I don't get too much into it, because it just gets my blood boiling. I get confused, and I'm like, who cares?
And you also realize it's one of those things that no matter how mad you get, ain't shit gonna change.
Right, yeah, and I don't have the energy or time to fix it, so it's dumb, but I'll leave it at that. Talking about outdated stuff, here's some common phrases that are totally outdated now, according to Reddit. Video recordings being called footage, as in the number of feet of film used. That's why you have, look at the footage, is because it came in the actual distance and length that they used of the film. It was from the early cinematographic days.
I did not know that.
Yes, I did not either. That's where footage comes from, and it's totally outdated now, and it makes no sense.
I can only imagine how directors were back then. I bet they were so fucking crazy.
Casting couch and all that.
When there was no
They were
laws.
probably insane.
Insane.
Yeah. Referring to the act of recording video as taping. Because you don't use the tape anymore, it's pretty much all digital.
That's right.
Tape was an actual thing that you would put in a camera. Don't have to do that anymore. Or an audio recording device. Also, the term top 40. I didn't even realize this because, top 40 is considered almost a format in radio. Top 40 or contemporary hit radio, CHR.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, Wild 95.5 where we used to work. That was the format of that. Top 40 isn't really about the chart with the top 40 songs on it. It was how many songs a jukebox would hold. They would always hold 40 songs, and so it got to be called Top 40 because if you made the jukebox, you were considered to be the biggest hits of the day, and that was Top 40.
Look at fucking Ralston over here.
That's cool.
I did not even know that myself.
You're blowing me.
What's a jukebox,
You're
Grandpa?
blowing my mind. You're blowing my mind.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know who agreed to this. Sounds like one of those pork fat type things.
Get over here. You're blowing me. You get a podcast, but you also have to blow me.
I meant to say
What?
You're
I didn't
blowing-
vote for both. I voted for doing the podcast, not for blowing you.
Nope.
You're
Gotta blow.
You're blowing me mind, is what I meant.
Yes. Let's put on the last part of that sentence. It's very important. Other common phrases that are totally outdated now. Roll your car window down. What? What do you mean roll
Yeah.
your window down?
You're not rolling nothing.
No.
Although, unless you have an old refurbished car, you can have the rolls.
Good. Yeah. I think even a lot of those put electric sometimes in them. How many people nowadays know that when you CC someone on an email, the CC actually stands for carbon copy? And that's something that you don't do on electronic correspondence.
That's right. There's no carbon copies.
You have CC and BCC still on emails, and there's no carbon copying going on here.
It just means copy.
Yeah. Yeah. People think of the area in your car above the steering wheel where your indicators are. However, dashboard had a completely different meaning before cars. In horse-drawn buggies, the dashboard was the board at your feet so the horse didn't kick up dirt when it dashed.
Oh.
We still call it a dashboard, but it hasn't made sense since we had horses pulling us around.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Uppercase and lowercase for letters. Letters had to be individually placed back in the days of the printing press, and there was a special case where you kept these letters. These terms indicated where in the box the letters were kept.
The lowercase or the uppercase.
Right, you would know where to put them. I just really told you, and that's how you got uppercase and lowercase.
I mean, Virginia.
Am I blowing you?
These are like old man facts, but I'm into it. I guess I'm an old man.
I'm blown.
Yeah, good.
Still.
Yeah. And then rewind as a verb in general. Like if I'm watching a YouTube video, I say, hey, can you rewind that? My younger cousins think it's weird. They just say, yeah, can you go back? What do you mean rewind?
That was always kind of shitty, I always thought. If you're trying to be a business where you're servicing the customer, you would get charged money if you did not rewind your tape. Be kind, rewind. I get that it might have taken time, but some people might have forgotten.
I think the video store definitely should have rewound it for you.
Fuck yeah.
They can do it.
They're going to charge me?
What else are they doing?
I'm mad about something that happened in 1989.
Yeah, I was talking to somebody about that. It was kind of interesting because it was the same person that had given me some stuff on Netflix I was kind of looking into. And really the fascinating switch that happened between Blockbuster and Netflix, where Blockbuster was on top of the world and Netflix was trying to make it happen. And they were like, mailing movies? Like, what? Is that really going to take off? Well, Blockbuster, their biggest moneymaker was charging you for late fees and rewinding tapes. So they were making the most money by penalizing you. And think about how you feel when you get a speeding ticket.
Yes, you get angry.
Right, you don't like it. And so now you start building up negative associations to the brand. Blockbuster, by their whole model of profit, was making people hate them. And little by little, they undid their own branding, and they got to the point where people hated the whole Blockbuster concept that Netflix started to take root, and they created a better customer service experience. And thus, by not charging you and giving you hassle and nickel and diming you and feeling like they were robbing out of your pocket,
You could return the movies whenever you wanted with Netflix.
Netflix wound up surpassing Blockbuster, and look what happened to both brands. One took off, one is a monster giant, one is non-existent today.
And I used to love going to Blockbuster. That was half the fun. It was going to Blockbuster with whoever you're dating. You pick out a movie together, get some fucking snacks. That was half the
Bottomless popcorn.
I mean,
Yeah. Now you're blowing him.
Yeah.
now we're talking.
Yeah, and Ashley said there's actually a documentary about this. Netflix went to Blockbuster and tried to sell their idea, and then Blockbuster just laughed at them. I think I heard a podcast with the guy who was part of that, and they were discouraged and sad at first, but they realized it was the biggest blessing ever. And he went on to all the things that kind of made them successful with, thinking of just grandiose ideas and their mentality on stuff.
Good for them.
There's that documentary that's on Netflix that's out right now. It's always in the featured thing, and it's a whole
Is it on Netflix about Netflix?
I think it's actually on. Is it on Amazon Prime? Maybe.
No, the one I'm talking about is on Netflix. It's
about Netflix.
It's about Blockbuster.
Okay.
But I think it covers what you're talking about. How the demise. I think it's about the last standing store of Blockbuster.
Okay.
But they go through what the shit happened with everything.
Yeah.
I've seen that come up in my Netflix, the last Blockbuster.
Yes.
And it looks boring, so I've never clicked on it.
I've clicked on it 3 different times, and I've stopped myself all 3 times because I'm going, I kind of want to watch. Nah, fuck that. I don't want to watch it. It does seem a little boring, but I want to watch it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was really kind of interesting. I think it was the podcast I'd heard was with a guy, Mark Randolph. And, the one thing that they had learned with Netflix was you don't know what is a good idea or a bad idea until you really try it. And so Netflix was willing to try all this different stuff, and then they were finding out what was good and what was bad. And then they just kept doing more of the good and got rid of the bad.
Because there is a lot of shit on Netflix. There's a lot you got to go through.
There are some crappy
There's
stuff.
also a lot of shit on HBO Go, too. You get to a section where you get to like this 1952 gangster section. You're like, oh, get the fuck out of here. They all have the sections. They all have the bad ones. Why is no one talking?
Blow me.
Right. Yeah, so if you know what that podcast is, or the show, I would like to check that out. I think it is on Amazon Prime, the one that I had heard. That's what I like to hear, because then you'll really get into the nitty-gritty of what specifically made Blockbuster tank so hard and Netflix so successful.
And I love to hear the inside perspective just of the guys that were in the room pitching the things that Blockbuster was like, get out of here.
Well, Blockbuster got arrogant.
Right.
And that was it. And they got kind of dicky, and they're like, you know what? Our fans love us so much. They'll pay late fees. They'll pay rewind fees, and they'll thank us for it. You know what? Not so much. And that's a good lesson to anybody that's out there, is that, yeah, if you're an asshole to somebody long enough, they'll be like, you know what? I don't like you anymore, and I'll find somebody else that treats me better.
I remember the one in Promenade Plaza when it was towards the end. They were dicky, man. Blockbuster, they were cockbuster. They were little dicky.
That's why what really wins today is customer service. And it's great because companies have thrived just because of good customer service. And now everybody realizes, don't even bother being a business if you don't care about good customer service, because people won't tolerate it anymore. There's so many it's so competitive now. They'll find somebody else that treats them nice. It just takes a little bit of like, hey, here's a mint on your pillow. Oh, wow. Thank you.
You are so right about that. Just if you even attempt to care, especially in the customer service world, it makes a huge difference for me. I'm like,
People,
oh my gosh,
they love that feeling.
They're trying. Thank you for trying.
And I do kind of wonder, because right now Walmart's got their prices going for them and their selection. But notoriously, I just hear terrible customer service. And at what point does that start to do Walmart in? Where people are just like, you know what? If you can start to get it somewhere else for about the same prices, why would Walmart even exist?
Those fuckers roll back them prices, though.
That's what I'm saying, though. If somebody else offers it, why would you?
You're right. I bitch about Walmart. I love going to Walmart. I don't like asking for help at Walmart.
Yeah, you're a man alone.
But I like to go there and search, put my headphones on, and just shop, go in the bakery, just mill around.
Mm-hmm. Let me see. Got a couple other emails here. One, helping you with your propane question, Jaybird. Adam had said that, hey, to answer your question from Tuesday about how long a propane tank lasts, typically if the tank is 1 pound, it'll last 1 hour, whereas a 20-pound tank will last 20 hours. Appliances burn about a pound of fuel an hour.
Thank you so much. You helped me out greatly. It totally fixes my problem. My shit's not broke. I just need some gas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Thank gosh. We can get some s'mores going on.
Yeah. I don't know where you get those little tanks filled, though. I've only filled big ones.
You get them filled at littletanks.net.
Is that what it is?
I don't know. I'm sure I'll...
Tiny ones.
Tiny ones. Also, we got an idea here for a Cinco de Mayo game. I have not yet stopped laughing at the comment from yesterday. She parked on my tortilla. I don't know why I'm still laughing. Suggestion for Cinco de Mayo meets sudden death. Large target in the back parking lot with various drinking punishments, and you have to fling a tortilla, and wherever it lands, that's your punishment.
Ooh.
To incentivize Virginia from not backing out of a sudden death, if you hit the woman's car, you get a shot of tequila. Or if you hit the woman, ... There you go.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love the creativity of the nation.
Tortillas should be worked into Cinco de Mayo now that we've found out that they're fun to fling.
And I mean, I think right now tortillas become our story.
It is.
I mean, I was talking about that shit on Weird and Whatever yesterday.
Tortilla pain.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Cinco de Mayo is coming up on Wednesday. Just to let you guys know, we're less than a week away to Cinco de Mayo.
You're right.
I wanted to recreate an old bit we did a long time ago, but I don't know.
What was that?
I don't know if Ralston goes for it anymore.
What is it?
It's when it was Cinco de Mayo, and it was a big tub of mayonnaise. I had to see how long I could put my head there and hold my breath for.
I think it was a sink full of mayo.
It was, yeah.
It was. Well, I saw the video. We might have said it was a sink. It wasn't no fucking sink.
Yeah.
We lied?
I don't think we lied. I think we just didn't have a sink.
I remember I wanted to do Cinco de Mayor, and Franco wasn't into it.
Oh.
Put her in a dunk tank.
Yeah.
She wasn't into that, but she was into me giving her a lap dance. Odd.
Yeah.
That lap dance was really weird and
And
awkward.
dirty.
And then if you, the video is no longer, but that it was. I wrote a song for the mayor, and she heard it, so she had me come, and I don't know. I guess I gave it to her. No, I gave her.
Did you?
Gave her.
This just in.
Wow.
Did you bone Frankel?
No,
That's
stop it.
quite a political
I
conspiracy.
mean, no wonder she likes us so much.
I think I gave her a copy of this song, and somehow we worked it to where I was dancing for her, and it was going good for a good 2 minutes. But when you see in the video, at one point she goes,
All right, that's enough.
It's going on too
Get
long.
her out
I
of
didn't,
here.
I didn't get the cue,
I have a reputation.
and I kept going.
All right.
It was so uncomfortable.
I've played with the monkeys long enough.
Get them out of
Put it
here.
back in their cage.
Well, she had handlers there to make sure, the radio guy doesn't do anything fucking crazy.
That was a smart move on her part.
She's always got handlers because people try to come up to her all the
Sure.
time and do worse things than lap dance.
she was a great sport about
Oh,
it.
she was loving it.
Somebody thinks we should do a tortilla slap Cinco de Mayo fact or fiction. We could do that.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Ooh.
We could do that on Wednesday.
We could even do it better, too. We can slap harder.
Slap them nuts.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Virginia's out of that one, too.
I'll put my nuts out.
She's getting quite a reputation around these parts about backing out of some of these challenges,
Yeah.
not getting the punishment. I hope you're happy, Sineki. You killed sudden death.
And Rachel Lee asking, you guys going to be at Rosalita's? No, we will not be this year.
No Zalita.
No Zalita. So we're not going to be out there like we had been in some years past. So who knows? Maybe we'll go somewhere else this year.
What if we threw this little wrinkle? Instead of slapping the face, it could be face or butt.
Bear butt.
I agree.
Tortilla slap that ass.
Tortilla slap that ass. Yeah.
Okay, I think somebody here would like that. Look at who's over here.
Who's suggesting it?
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
put a blindfold on me. Spank me.
Oh, my
Yeah.
bad, y'all. I'm just trying to get our ratings there.
Terrible punishment.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't think the ratings go through the roof when we're spanking that ass on a Ralston?
What else do you want us to do? Butter up the tortilla?
If you got the butter, do butter, bird.
Do butter. All right, so one day to the weekend. We're back for your Friday. You guys have an amazing Thursday. We'll see you later.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems, ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.